Hey, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be going into the gold HERU'UR. But before I begin, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member to further support the channel. Otherwise, let's jump straight into it. So HERU'UR was a GOA'ULD who was the son of Ra and Hathor. Like his father, he was protected by the Horus guards. He was a very militaristic system lord, feared even among the GOA'ULD. For thousands of years, HERU'UR, under the name Horus, controlled the planet Tegria. At some point around 300 years before the present, he abandoned the planet, either due to a lack of resources remaining or a rebellion. Whatever the reason, the people buried the Stargate and destroyed all traces of that part of their history where HERU'UR had ruled. Only a small sect knew the truth about Tegria's past, and still worshipped him as a god, collecting artifacts from his time as ruler of the planet. After the death of his father Ra, HERU'UR took control of most of his empire, and became one of the dominant system lords, eventually taking advantage of the fact that Thor's hammer was destroyed. HERU'UR attempted to conquer Chimera despite it being a planet protected by the Asgard. The Chimerans contacted Earth, who sent SG1 to help. After a brief encounter with HERU'UR himself, Captain Samantha Carter and Dr. Daniel Jackson were able to use the Hall of Thor's might to contact Thor. Thor came in his ship and destroyed his troops, camp and ship landing platforms. With no other option, HERU'UR retreated through the Stargate rather than be taken. For a long time, HERU'UR was a rival of Apophis. When he learned Apophis and Amunet had sired a Harcesis child, HERU'UR attempted to take the child. However, Teal'c and Dr. Jackson were able to deceive him into thinking Apophis had the child, while manipulating Apophis and Amunet into believing HERU'UR had stolen the child. HERU'UR nearly killed Daniel Jackson, but was forced to retreat when Colonel O'Neill damaged his hand device by throwing a knife through it. For generations, HERU'UR controlled the planet Juna, though this was mainly through his Jaffa, as he hadn't actually visited in a long time. At some point before his death in 2000, SG1 arrived and informed the people they no longer had to worship HERU'UR as a god. After winning a rebellion against HERU'UR's Jaffa, they instructed them to bury the Stargate. This kept HERU'UR or any other GOA'ULD from returning until Kronos reclaimed the planet in his ship. When Sokar returned, he made his presence known by attacking the forces of HERU'UR. Following the fall of Apophis, Amunet entered the service of HERU'UR. Amunet somehow learned the truth of what happened to her son, and led an invasion force to Abydos, taking many Abydonians hostage and regaining her son, capturing the Abydonians as a pretext to trick HERU'UR. Concerned the system lords would keep looking for him, Amunet entrusted him to one of her handmaidens, who took him to the sanctuary on Keb. HERU'UR sent a force consisting of several motherships after Chlorel in order to capture him. Chlorel piloted his ship towards Tolana, as he knew that the Tolan would use their ion cannons against him. Two of HERU'UR's motherships were destroyed in the process, but HERU'UR himself survived. Eventually, he sought out Apophis, to forge an alliance to control the GOA'ULD Empire. As a sign of friendship, HERU'UR offered Apophis Teal'c, who had been captured by HERU'UR's Jaffa. SG1 and Jacob Carter sabotaged the alliance, hoping it would result in a war that would decimate both system lords' forces. However, Apophis had brought a cloaked fleet into the minefield and used it to protect himself as he destroyed HERU'UR, killing him. Apophis easily absorbed HERU'UR's forces into his own, becoming the most powerful system lord in existence. Teal'c managed to escape, with the help of Ragnar, the Jaffa who had originally kidnapped him for HERU'UR. Months later, the system lords fell into disarray with the deaths of HERU'UR, Apophis, and Kronos, the most powerful remaining system lords. The system lords held a summit to reconcile the power vacuum left in the wake amongst the remaining system lords. It was not to be. HERU'UR's death, as well as those of Apophis and Kronos, helped pave the way for the return of Anubis. So what do you guys think of HERU'UR? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member to further support the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.